Okay, good morning, children. We will start a new chapter today. This is Beehive, page number 46. You open. Beehive, page number 46. Please open. Okay. Okay, children. Good morning. Before starting the chapter, I will try to make a distinction between life story and of a person written by himself and life story of a person written by another person. So it is called biography. Life story of a person written by another person. It is biography. Life story of a person written by another person is biography, but autobiography, life story of a person written by himself or herself. It is autobiography. So please open page number 46. We are going to read about a great scientist, his personal life, and how initially he was considered as an abnormal child, but in course of time he became the greatest genius of the world. Okay, please note this down. Biography means life story of a person written by another person. It's called biography. But if you write your own life story, it is called autobiography. Okay, children, clear? Now you see, when we read about Albert Einstein, his theory E is equal to mc square. This is the theory which changes the concept of time and space. It is a revolution in the field of physics. So your science teachers might have explained it in a better manner, but as ordinary people, what do we understand by this? E is equal to energy. Okay, m is equal to mass. Okay, c is equal to the speed of light. So E is equal to mc square. It is the accepted fact in science. In physics, you might have gone through, and I cannot explain you in detail. But as a layman, you should understand some basic of it. That E is equal to what? E stands for energy. Okay. M stands for mass, and C stands for the speed of light. So Einstein, you know, light travels faster than the sound because first you see the lightning in the sky, then you hear the thunder. Okay, so what is the speed of light? So it is considered as 3 lakh kilometer per second. The unit we do not know, but it travels faster than the sound. So this is the accepted fact. So who promulgated this theory? This is Albert Einstein. So if you read about Albert Einstein, it is an inspirational story also, because generally some children we tell he is a dull child, he is not good for anything, he is a mental case, we comment, but we do not know a great genius is hidden inside that child. Even we teachers are surprised sometimes that some boys or girls they do not display anything. We take them for granted; they are good for nothing. But in course of time, they surprise us by their achievements. So this is also a story like this. So Albert Einstein was the great genius of the world, and he was also taken as a abnormal child. So before starting the chapter, let us know who is a genius. Who is a genius? A person with exceptional ability is called a genius. So ordinary people are intelligent, most intelligent. That is different. But a genius means who is exceptionally intelligent. Exceptionally intelligent. So we are lucky to read about such a person's biography. Why it is biography? Because it is written by another person. So the biography of Einstein written by another person. That's why it is called biography. Okay. Now we will before we read, we will understand what is the meaning of genius. So genius is one who is exceptionally intelligent person. Who is exceptionally intelligent? Because you know, some are not intelligent, some are more intelligent, some are most intelligent, some are slightly intelligent, some are normal, some are average. These words we use, but we do not use a word genius for everybody. Genius means one above everybody. That who is exceptionally okay. It is written in the this one. Please see. I am moving aside. I am moving aside. Please note down. Okay. This is E is equal to mc square. This is the theory documented in physics by Albert Einstein, which became a world famous and which revolutionized, you can call, the concept of space and time. Okay, so I have tried to simplify this. E stands for energy, M stands for mass, C stands for speed of light. So this is the theory promulgated by whom? The world famous scientist Albert Einstein. Now we will see. We are lucky that we are reading about his life story. So Albert Einstein was a genius. So why he was called a genius? One who is exceptionally brilliant means not ordinarily brilliant. He is called a genius. So we are lucky that we are. What qualities do you think a genius has? So let us analyze the word genius. Okay, genius. gifted, you can say talented, exceptional, different from others, marvelous. So like this, these words are applicable to a genius. Marvelous we cannot use, but exceptionally brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. So such words are coming under genius. Genius means one who is exceptionally brilliant. Some are gifted by nature. So you see, there was a person in Germany. Once upon a time, what happened? He had a dual personality. During day he was working as a scientist. At night he was working as a criminal. He did not know. In his sleep he was going and committing crimes. Now in the morning he analyzed and proved that he himself is the criminal. So he was a genius. Means in such a way will do his crimes that nobody can catch. That in 8th class we have read Machiavelli the Mysticate. Mysticate means a master criminal who commits crimes in such a way that he is never caught. Okay, so a genius is a person like this. So, about whom we are going to read? He was a young German civil servant. Civil servant means government servant. Anybody government employee is called a civil servant. So any government employee is called a civil servant. Who was he? He was a young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. By storm. By storm means surprise. So the theory of Einstein was so strong. It revolutionized, as I am telling, revolutionized the world. Because about our theory about energy, about mass, about the speed of light, he totally revolutionized. That's why, but he was not a scientist in the strict sense of the word. Because you know, scientist means you have to pass the physics, chemistry, mathematics. You have to go to particular science lab or a science a national place where a science is taught, like Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Not like that. He was an ordinary civil servant who could do such a discovery that the world was taken by storm. Means the total world was surprised because this theory that what he propagated, I told you, so that totally revolutionized the field of physics. So in 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession 4 groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, the energy. So electrodynamic motion, these are all scientific words. Okay, electrodynamic branch of science. Electrodynamic. Write down branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Okay, so you see, suppose what is magnetism? You are taking a pepper, you are rubbing in your body and showing it. Small pepper particles it is able to attract. You might have done experiment at home. If you rub some fine thing and so you cut a pepper into pieces, put on a table and rub a polythene or something fine thing to your body and you sew it, or body or cloth, sew it, it will attract the pieces of paper. This is magnetic force, the force of pulling things towards it. Okay, so this is called electromagnetism, means electrodynamic branch. Both elements, both electricity and magnetism, both are involved. It's called electromagnetic. Okay, or electrodynamic field. Okay, what he did about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies and energy. His work took up and a few pages of scientific journal, but the entire cosmos means entire the world, total world, including all the constellations, is called the cosmos. Because you know our sun is a static body, all the other things they move around the sun. These all the total this solar bodies, including the sun, taken together is called the cosmos. So in the universe is the right word. Okay, universe means cosmos. So Einstein propagated a theory which totally revolutionized the concept of motion, mass, electromagnetism, and created a new theory in the cosmos. That is, transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. Synonym. Word with similar meaning. Okay, synonym means word with similar meaning. Example I will tell you. Suppose you say pride. What is synonym? Ego. This is an example of synonym. Pride and ego. Okay, they are example of synonym. So the world is taken by storm. By what? By the great discovery of Einstein's work, and transformed the name Einstein into, suppose you say genius, whom it is applicable to Albert Einstein. Okay, Albert Einstein was a great scientist who propagated a new theory. The theory was so startling that it transformed the people's basic concept about motion, about mass, about electrodynamism, and it created a new chapter in the history of science. So whenever we tell the word genius, it is applicable to Albert Einstein only. So about him, we will read now. 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns. Reigns means still is prevailing. Okay. So after so many years are over, Einstein has died, but still his theory is in force. Means the force of Einstein, it is such a powerful theory that nobody can deny. Okay, but you see that such a great person he was, but in personal life he was a failure. It is seen great people who are successful in public life, their personal life they are failures. From our personal life they are successful, but in public life they are no doubt. Okay, so civil servant is government employee. Synonym, word with similar meaning. Example I have given, pride and ego. They are synonyms. Why? They are different words but have the same meaning. This is called a synonym. So what is the synonym? Genius. Who is genius? Talented, extraordinary, exceptional. He is exceptionally talented, means extraordinarily gifted knowledge he had. Why? Because he proved by his theory. What was the theory also I explained you? That is E is equal to mc square. E is equal to mc square is the theory. he propagated that totally revolutionized, transformed the theory of science about motion, about mass, about the electromagnetism. It created a type of new theory. Now, so many years ago, he died, but still the theory is prevailing. Means it shows that there is nobody, no other theory to put a challenge to Albert Einstein and his work. The work still reigns, means it is still prevailing. Okay, I am moving aside. See, electrodynamism, branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Electrodynamism, you write down, branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Please, magnetism, not magnesium. Magnet, you know, from magnetism. Okay. Then I wrote this universe. What is the meaning of universe? It is the total cosmos. Universe or cosmos are same. And what is synonym? Word with similar meaning is called synonym. Word with similar meaning is called synonym. I have given you an example, that is pride and ego. Pride and ego are two words, but their meaning is same. This is an example of synonym. Antonym means opposite. Like, dislike is antonym, because the opposite of like is dislike. This is called antonym. Synonym means word with similar meaning. Now, Albert Einstein's life story will read. So these things are clear, children. As a pre-reading activity, I did, so that you will have more insight into the life and times of Albert Einstein. Please note down. Please note down, children. Okay, downside board we cannot. Downside, you see, I am telling you now, electromagnetism. Electrodynamic means branch of science. Write down. Electrodynamic means branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Okay, please write down. So, we will start with his biography, life story once again. I am telling you, please write down the basic concepts. Written for children. Cosmos means universe. Synonym means word with similar meaning. Example, pride, ego. And what is electrodynamic? Branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism. Branch of science which deals with electricity and magnetism is called electrodynamic. Now, biography. Born on 14th March 19, where Einstein was born. ULN. Ul means Germany. So Albert Einstein was born in the year 1879. The day was 14th March and the place was Ulm in Germany. So he was a brother Boris. This was the name of Einstein in childhood. Einstein was such a model-headed fellow in childhood that you see the teacher has put a board behind him. In the board, what was written? I am an ass. I am He was so dull in childhood that once what happened, his headmaster became so annoyed with him. He has put a board behind his back. I am an ass. In Hindi, मैं गधा हूँ. Okay. Children. He was such a dull fellow that his masters they thought he is good for nothing, and they circled him around the school with a board on his back. I am an ass. I am a gadha. See, imagine such a fellow became the world number one scientist. Okay, so you cannot say because it shows that nothing is predictable in life. Today, those who are showing much intelligence and smartness may be failure in life, but those who are appearing very dull in life, they may proceed. So in life, nothing is certain. So you are thinking, I am dull, I am poor in studies, but you may achieve something. And those who are better than you, whom you think, they cannot do anything. So this is the law of life. So there is a story about Einstein. So there was another mathematician called Otto Nussbaum. So he has written about Einstein's life. That Einstein in the childhood he was not able to speak for a longer time. So his parents thought that he was dumb. Why? Because by 1 year, 1.5 year, children speak words in blabbering way. Blabbering way means in a haphazard way they speak. But Einstein never told anything. But what happened? His parents were worried that why this child is not speaking. They might have taken him from doctor to doctor, being worried. But the doctor might have told everything is normal. Why do you worry? So what happened? At last, in the supper table one night, he broke his silence to say, "The soup is too hot." One day, all were sitting in the supper. So at that time, Einstein told, "The soup is too hot." Too means very hot. Use of two and two. Two means always it is used in a negative meaning. But he is too weak to walk. What do you understand? He is too weak to walk. Suppose children, I will tell you a sentence. He is too weak to walk. What do you mean by it? Please tell me the meaning. He is too weak to walk. What will you understand by it? He is too weak to walk. What do you understand by it? Please type. Electrodynamic means, I am again telling, It is the study of electricity and magnetism. Electrodynamic means it is the study of electricity and magnetism. Write down. Electrodynamic means it is the study of electricity and magnetism. Okay. Then he is too weak to walk. What does it mean? It means that he is so weak that he cannot walk. So initially they thought Einstein was a child who spoke very less. His parents were worried. One day what happened? They were sitting for supper. So what happened? The soup was very hot. Soup, because you know in English dinner or lunch, the soup is the first thing to take. So he tested it and told it was very hot. So his parents were surprised. They asked that you know it, why you did not tell it before? You know how to speak, but why you did not open your mouth? Then Einstein told everything was in order. सब तो ठीक था, बोलने का जरूरत नहीं. So silence is golden. Okay, speech is silver. Always remember. So Einstein never wasted a word. Whenever required, only he opened his mouth. That's why he told that everything was in order. There was no problem. Why should I open my mouth? So speaking a word unnecessarily also waste of time and energy. Suppose you are speaking too much, so we are wasting our energy. By speaking only, you run in the field, less energy is consumed. But if you go on speaking like us, no, you are consuming more energy. That's why teachers do not live longer. Okay, because in heart and lungs, so much pressure is there always. Okay. So this incident proved that Einstein was very intelligent and unless required. Okay. Are you able to see now? Children, I have adjusted the camera. I have adjusted the camera. I have adjusted. Now, clear now, I will write on the top only. Don't worry. So, clear, children. So, Einstein was born in the year 14 March 1879. Place, there was a place called Ulm in Germany. So he was a slow learner. He was a slow learner. Okay, and he was also called Freck. Freck means abnormal. So Einstein was called an abnormal child. Who told? His own mother. His own mother told that he is an abnormal child because the head was slightly bigger than his body in proportion to his body. Slightly So write down. Now able to see, no? So on the contrary means opposite. On the contrary. So when Einstein was born, his head was little bit larger than his body, proportionally. So his mother thought that he is a fake. Why? His head is abnormally large than his body. But you see, generally you see children with large head, they are more intelligent. Okay, I am writing on the top only, don't worry. Okay, are you able to? Okay, sure. Right on. I am writing in the middle only. Okay. So, Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. The place was Ulm in Germany, and when he was born, his head was appeared little bit larger than his body, and his mother thought he is an exceptional child. Okay, nobody without any indication that he was destined for greatness. Destined means destiny means our fate. So nobody knew that this child will be a great man in future. But such a great man, when he was born, he was told that he is an abnormal child. Why? Proportionally, the head is bigger than the body. Proportionally, the head is bigger than the body. Okay. Please write down the word meanings. Okay. So what do you know about this one? Here, read this one. See children, this one you read. You can get a true account of Einstein. So there was another mathematician who wrote about Einstein that. Okay. So I am not writing this side, I am writing in the middle only, don't worry. Okay. What he told that everybody thought Einstein is a good for nothing child. But one day what happened? While sitting for supper with family members, he told the soup is very hot. So he is able to say. So his parents asked, if you know how to speak, why you did not speak all these days? Then Einstein replied, everything was in order. When everything was good, no, nothing is required. Why should I waste a word and waste my energy? So this was the concept of Einstein. So much of his time, especially loved mechanical toys. So he loved the mechanical toys because from childhood he had an inclination towards machines. Hello, children. So one example is given when he had a newborn brother. So he asked, "Where are the wheels?" So newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" So he thought she is also a toy. When his sister was born also, Einstein had no idea. He thought without wheels, how this toy will move. So he, from childhood, he had a deep inclination towards mechanical things and toys. So what you knew to feel about Einstein? He was a great genius, but he was a slow learner in childhood, and his mother thought he is a exceptional child, a different child. Why? His head was bigger than his body. Okay, so he also was called brother boring by his friends. He was so boring and dull. But one mathematician of his time comments that when one day his parents were worried that Einstein was not speaking, but one day what happened? When sitting in the supper table, he told the soup is very hot. His parents were surprised and happy also. Why? This child was not able to speak. They asked, if you know speaking, why you did not speak all these days? He told there was no need. Why? Everything was in order. when everything is nicely going on, why should I waste one word and some energy? Why should I waste a word? This was the concept of Einstein. Then also from childhood, he had a love for mechanical things. So that's why when his little sister was born, he asked, "Where are the wheels?" He thought she is also another toy. Without wheels, she cannot move. Okay, write down. So a headmaster once told his father what Einstein proved as a professor would not matter because he will never make success at anything. This is page number 47, second paragraph. You see, page number 47. You go, children. So he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. So, there are two words, children. One is amateur. One is professional. Opposite of amateur is professional. Amateur, one who plays for pleasure or hobby. One who plays for money. Okay, this is the difference. Suppose I am doing something, singing, dancing, or playing, or doing something for money, I am called a professional. But if I am doing for a hobby or for my own entertainment or to entertain people in public, not taking any money, I am called an amateur. So he was an amateur violinist who Albert Einstein was an amateur violinist. So he played violin well, but he never played for money. He played for pleasure. Who? Albert Einstein. From whom he learned? From his mother. From his mother, Einstein learned how to play violin at the age of 6, and he continued throughout his life. And he never charged any money from anybody. So this is about these two concepts. Now you see, children, a headmaster once told his father, "You join him anywhere, he will be good for nothing." A headmaster is telling, imagine that your child is good for nothing means he was called Brother Boring. He started to speak very late and he was very dull. That's why he was called Brother Boring by his friends. And he also showed his intelligence once. How? Because one mathematician tells that when Einstein was having supper with the family, he told the soup is very hot. The family members were surprised. They asked why you did not say all these days. He told there was no need. So he thought speaking a word unnecessarily means we are wasting the word and wasting our energy. That's why he never spoke. One. Second one, he was deeply interested in machines from childhood. One example is given when his little sister was born. He asked, "Where are the wheels?" She thought she is another toy, and without wheels, how she will move? This was the concept of him. And one more concept we learned, that he was a gifted musician, but he did not do for money. He did as an amateur. Amateur means he played violin for pleasure. He did not charge any money. So the opinion of the headmaster regarding Albert Einstein was that he will never make success in life. Wherever he will go, he will prove to be a failure. This was the opinion of the headmaster towards Einstein. You see, whatever we say, teachers also say, are not certain. It may change in due course of time. His headmaster branded him as a good for nothing, but that boy became number one scientist of the world. How it is possible? Okay. But Albert Einstein was not a bad people. People means student. He went to high school to Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost all subjects. So he was not a dull student. In writing, he was doing well, but somehow, due to his dull behavior, he was called good for nothing. Why? Because he did not like the discipline of the school. Getting up early, going to assembly, standing in line, doing this, raising hands, all these are part of school discipline. He did not like school discipline. This is called as regimentation. Regimentation means order of discipline. Regimentation is called order of discipline. So the teacher will say, raise your hand, stand up, sit down, do like this. He does not like. Who? Einstein. Get up early, go to assembly, this is first period, this is second period. So this sort of discipline is not liked by Albert Einstein. No doubt he was a genius, but he did not love his school. Why? The discipline of the school was a nuisance for Albert Einstein. Okay. Yes. Now page number 47 we are continuing, children. So he was not a bad pupil student. When he went to high school in Munich, Munich is another city in Germany, he scored good marks. This shows he was not a dull student. But what was the problem? The problem was he did not like school discipline. He did not like getting up early, going for a PT, going for assembly, standing in a going in a line, standing, raising hand, and showing all the courtesy of the school, ordering obeying the teachers, sit down, stand up, you stand up like this. He did not like. That's why he did not like the school discipline, and often clashed with his teachers. So class means what? Class. Einstein fought with his teachers because he did not like to obey anybody's orders. He did not like discipline. That's why often there was a fighting with his teachers in school days. Okay. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there, he left the school for good. Stifled means suffocated. Okay. So stifled means SPIFLED. Stifled means suffocated. What do you mean by suffocated? That is, the simple meaning is that unable to take breath. Is called stifle. So he felt that it is very difficult. Suffocated he felt that remaining in the school. So what he did at the age of 15 years, he left the school. So Einstein was a good student. He scored good marks. He was intelligent, but he does not like school discipline. And the problem arose with his teachers. He had to fight with the teachers for a problem of discipline. At last, he became disgusted with school life and he left the school. You see, children, your Rabindranath Tagore, the first person from Asia to get Nobel Prize, also did not go to school. He thought school is a waste of time and money. He did not go to school. So Albert Einstein also did not go to school, but he was a gifted scientist. Write down. Madam, कितना बात है? Highlights लिखेंगे chapter का. So till now, what we have read. Highlights of the text. One. Einstein was okay. Was born on 14th March 1879 in Ulm, that is Germany. Okay. He was thought as an abnormal child. By his mother, as his head was larger, proportionally larger than his body. Point 2. Okay. Please write down the highlights. 3. He did not speak for a longer period. So he was not able to speak as his parents thought. This is highlights of the text. I am writing point wise the incidents of the story. He was called Roger Boring. By his friends and teachers. So the teachers and friends of Einstein thought he is good for nothing. So they told that he is Mr. Brother Boring. So they named him. They named him Brother Boring. And his headmaster told he will fail in life. Who told? Headmaster. So the headmaster had also had a low opinion about him. So he told whatever he will do in life, he will fail. What is third point? Third is he did not speak for a longer time. He did not speak for a longer time. Write down. Third point is that he did not speak for a longer time. Fifth, he was interested in machines. Sixth, though he was a good student, he did not like the discipline of the school. At last, at the age of 15, he left the school. Okay. Fourth point, he was called rather boring by friends and teachers. Teachers told and useless. Fifth, he was interested in machines. Sixth one, though he was a good student, he did not like the discipline of the school. Sixth one, though he was a good student, he did not like the discipline of the school. Seventh one, at last, at the age of 15, he left the school. Okay, children? Please note down. Any other doubt is there, please text me by WhatsApp. We will continue. Okay? Okay, children? Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye. Please write down. I will delink the connection when you write down. Tell me yes when you complete. Written, no, children. Third point I told you, no. He did not speak for a longer time. Write down third point. He did not speak for a longer time. Write down, I am speaking. Okay, understood. Third point I told. He did not speak for a longer time. He did not speak for a longer time. Write down. हो गया ना, टाइम हो गया, ओवर एंड okay, children, have a nice day.